Did you know I did that? I just always go, Jaray Jenkins, small town Louisiana. How is life?
It's going good, living to the fullest, just living every day one day at a time. And, I just can't complain about it. I'm here.
I was talking to your dad about this. You were a never scared football player. 2018 recruiting class. Jamar Chase, Terrace Marshall was in your class, correct?
Yeah, both of them was. We all came in together.
And you still committed, and you knew those guys were dogs.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's why I came. That's really why I came to LSU, Obviously, we know we was all coming to the table trying to eat and whatever, trying to play. And obviously, my time there, the first 2 years, I ain't really see a lot of playing time. But, I saw how those guys worked, and I knew for me to be on the field, me to do the things I have to do, I got to see how they work, and I got to perform just as well as they doing it.
A lot of people would have transferred.
Yeah, no doubt. That was in my mind. Everybody around me was telling me to transfer. I was like, nah, that ain't me. I ain't transferring. Obviously, I had to wait my turn, and I did it because obviously I learned from those guys. And those guys, I feel like just taking things for those guys that made me the player I am right now.
So really, people said, hey, dude, hit the portal.
Yeah, 100%.
And you said no.
Yeah.
Did it ever? So it never crossed your mind?
Nuh-uh.
Nobody ever gave you an NIL deal when they saw you, making plays? No one ever said anything to you? Because, you were a dog. You just needed the targets.
Yeah, that's all I did. And that's all I needed, just the opportunity to get the targets that I needed. And obviously I was going to showcase that or whatever. And at times, they threw the ball, I had to make the best out of it.
When I knew you were a dog, Mississippi State game, okay? And I've made this point plenty of times on PHL, okay? Everybody says they have doubters. You really had doubters. For 3 consecutive off seasons, nobody had you top 3 receivers on the team.
Yeah, it was never. Every time I looked at it, I was at the bottom. It was always this person, and then me. And I saw it every day. I wrote it on my mirror. I was like, bet. I see how that is. I see what people think of me. I'm going to showcase my skills, and I'm going to prove everybody wrong.
I interviewed Jamar before, and he told me that he wrote sticky notes on the mirror. Is that where you got it from, or did you always just do it?
I had always done it before, so I'm pretty sure that every athlete does that. They just probably don't say about it, but I'm sure everyone does it.
That is so interesting to me because the thing is, a lot of people say they have chips on their shoulder. Yeah. You actually did.
Yeah, and everyone saw it. Everyone knew it.
You switched to number 10, Russell Shepard's old number, and you knew you had the ball when you got the lower digit number, baby.
Yeah, it had to. It was only right.
But you weren't going to stick with 83.
Nah, I was ready to get out of it.
But why is that a thing? Why is a lower digit number a thing?
I don't know. It just is. I don't know. I just always, I never wore a big number. I never went past, I think in high school, matter of fact, growing up, I never went past 11. So growing up, I was always 2 or number 7. But then in high school, I got number 11. That's how I ever went. And then I got here, my first year at LSU, they text me, asked me what number I want. And then at the time, 16 was the lowest. So I want number 16. And then obviously they said something about quarterback getting, so I had to go to 83. I didn't really like it.
It weighs you down. You admit it. It weighs you down. You lose that 10th of a second of a 40-yard dash. You were the best in the fourth quarter. Why?
I don't know. It just was. I just knew eventually I was staying ready. I never let the moment or anything get to me. I was always calm and everything. And I feel like that helped with just experiences of just obviously being there. And like I said, I was just, waiting for my moment. I knew if the ball was coming to me in this fourth quarter, I knew that I was going to make a play about it. I knew I was going to catch it and I was going to score with it.
And now you're doubted again.
Yeah.
You're doubted again. Look at what we have here. You are doubted again. I'm not going to bet against you.
I wouldn't either.
I know better than to bet against Jaray Jenkins. I know it. What would you say to the NFL evaluators that say, well, he doesn't run the fastest 40. He's a 3-star. He's from small town Louisiana. He's not Jamar. What would you say to them?
Same thing I've been told everybody. I'm not the fastest, but look, just cut the tape on, and you will see. I'm always going to make a play. I'm going to do something. Just because I ain't the fastest, that don't mean anything. Look at Jarvis Landry. He ain't the fastest. He still get open. He still do everything. It ain't all about speed. Obviously, people want speed.
Right.
But like I said, the fastest person probably can't run a good route.
Right.
And that's the thing about me. I'm hard on my routes. I got to make sure my routes are perfect. I got to do this. So my routes are perfect. I can get in and out of my breaks fast in that DB. Speed ain't going to matter.
All right, so let's do a little film study here. This is the filthiest route I have seen with the game on the line. Look at him, Jaray. He's all the way in Timbuktu after you shook him. Walk us through this. We're going to get a slow motion replay of this. Walk us through this route right here, this little skip to my loo.
All right, no doubt. That's really an upright route. We call it upright, really getting to the back of the end zone and come down the sideline, the back of the end zone. But how I beat him off my release, that's something that I also critique, heavily, is my releases. So I gave him a little skip. He was playing outside shade. So I act like I was going outside. I gave him a mean dead leg to the outside to make a move. And I did at that point, I'm just getting vertical. Throw me the ball now.
Look at that separation.
Yeah, no doubt. Because obviously Jayden had to go through all his reads. I was the last read on this play, so that's why it took so long. But yeah, I was ready for it.
People don't understand progressions. So for people that don't understand what progressions mean, because they'll see a wide receiver wide open and say, why aren't you throwing it to him? But that's not how it works.
Yeah, no doubt. Everybody gave him his stuff, whatever. But Jayden came in and worked. He did everything that he can do and whatever. And he's going to be a greater player this year. And obviously people they want him to throw the ball, whatever. But obviously, if he see it, he's going to throw it no matter what. So obviously, he got to look at his read. No matter if the last read might be the first one open, but he can't go there. He got to go through each of the reads just like the coaches teach him, whatever. And obviously, if the play's not there, he feel pressure, whatever. Obviously, we all know Jayden is fast. He can run and stuff like that, so he's going to make a play with his feet. And the majority of the time, the plays that he did run the ball, he got a first down or a touchdown.
Garrett Nussmeier versus Jayden Daniels. What are the strengths about both those guys?
Oh, they both have their strengths, and they both, for instance, I'd say Jay, obviously he can get out the pocket, he can run with his feet or whatever. That's something that most quarterbacks can't really do. So by him being able to do that, that's a great factor for him to have. Obviously, we know he can throw the ball down the field, he can do everything with that, but also making plays with his feet. That's true. And Garrett just his awareness. So he's very good with that. He's gonna throw the ball deep down the field, and Garrett. One thing about Garrett, he want to throw the ball deep.
Right.
He wants you to go deep. No matter what it is, he wants you to go deep. And most people don't think that, but you cut the film on, you're gonna see that he came in Georgia game because Jayden was down, he was hurting and stuff, and Garrett came in just throwing the ball deep. That's what he want to do, and that's his strength.
And Brian has brought up being more vertical in the offense here with Jayden, but he hit you on a few vertical shots last year, so I think he can do that.
Yeah, no doubt, 100% he will, and I feel like Jayden gonna wake everybody up this year. They're gonna see.
What was it like catching from Joe Burrow and playing with Joe Burrow?
It was good, just seeing how he came and attacked practice every day. If he didn't like something at practice, we didn't do it in the game, whatever. So he made sure that everything was on point and everything. So we played that Saturday. So that Thursday and Friday were hard. You stand out of practice, you're finna catch all these balls that we might throw in the game. So I feel like that was separated us, and that's how we got to the championship.
You're one of my favorite players.
Appreciate you.
I've done just so much stuff just because people don't understand. You're from small town Louisiana, and I remember my freshman year, just showing my age here. My freshman year was the Jena 6.
Yeah.
And I saw a story that Jacques Doucet did. You brought the community together.
Yeah. I
saw white, black, Asian, Caucasian, Malaysian, Smurfs, ogres, everybody.
That's the thing about Jena. Obviously we're a small town, but majority everybody there know each other.
Yeah.
And, obviously people might have their ups and downs, but still, Jena, everybody there, we all stood together regardless.
I'm pretty sure I follow you on Twitter, the Black Heart, all that good stuff. And I just really want to say thank you for everything you did for LSU football. Thank you for not bolting.
Yeah.
And I don't judge anybody for bolting. It's a transfer portal. Do what you got to do. But you didn't do it.
No.
And it's easier because you would have been the number one guy at a lot of different programs. That's just objectively true. And you still said, no, I want to make it work here.
100%.
Last thing, Brian Kelly, 1 year experience. How was it?
It was great. Brian came in there and he turned the program around. He turned it a different way than Coach O had it.
Right.
It was obviously because those coaches are two different. So when Brian Kelly came, it was like his way or no way. And I feel like by me having that experience with him, it's got me ready and got me prepared for how things are being in the NFL, of how he structured it and how he did everything, whatever. So I feel like Brian, by him coming in, was a great move for LSU. And I feel like the way he's doing for the program, what he's setting up, these next years that he's going to be there is going to be great.
At the end of every interview, we always give a good let's go. So what I want you to do in the camera, I know you signed a gazillion autographs today. You made a lot of kids' days today, but I want you to give me your absolute best. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Jaray Jenkins. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Let's go.
you.
Don't sleep on it. Bam.
the last time the Jaguars had a 3-star wide receiver from Louisiana, worked out kind of good. We're going to give out this DJ Chark Pro Bowl hype card on our next live stream. So excited for Jaray. We interviewed Michaela Williams at this very show. Boom, it'll be floating in your face in just a second. Feel free to drop a super thanks donation and boom, subscribe to the channel, okay? Let's go. Get it wherever you are right now. Just give it your best. Jaray Jenkins.